Hey, and welcome back to another post-commentary Let's Play recording of the Spider-Man, the Let's Play. This is recorded a few weeks after the previous episode. And the reason this is going to be post-commentated is, for the first time, I think in 10 years, I had accidentally not saved the Audacity project correctly. And so the unfortunate case was I just closed the program. And a lot of the time I don't even make a save file for my audio recordings. A lot of the time I just render it out when I'm done, after I've finished all of the filters, audio editings, because I like to get that out of the way within like the 30-minute span after recording. And it was such a oh my gosh, kind of moment. But then I just immediately went to thinking, my hamster's running around my room, I don't want to have outputting that negative energy, so I just kind of searched online, very much immediately after, how to recover a lost file. And I might have been able to recover it if I didn't immediately open Audacity the next second.
I'm already at full health.
Because if I at least kept the session data as untouched as what the previous... Yeah, so that's unfortunate. I kind of liked the intro of the commentary, and I talked about Fred at one point. For the most part, though, it swam by as a commentary that I don't really hate or don't love, but it's going to be something I just forget everything I said in it. And heck, this is probably going to be a better one. And this is recorded 30 minutes after I just recorded this. I don't want to wait to do it later. I got time, Incredibles, to do it at this point. So I'm using both of my eyes to kind of look at this gameplay, but really this is just going to be something I do a big old talk about. And I'm not just going to talk about that. That is unfortunate, but it's nothing I can really do. It's just, looking into the river and thinking, how do I press that button again? I just can't believe I did that. And that's just... I just have to say, oh well, move on. And
I doubt that really hurt me more than it hurt you.
Keep on fighting the good fight. That I won't never do that again. Now that I've had that exaggerated reaction of that misstep. Alright, so in this episode, since I know what's gonna happen, I was anticipating that I was gonna fight Venom in this room, but this is actually quite a long chapter, as you can kind of see by this episode length. But also really I'm just thinking oh, is he gonna die a lot? Is Venom in the next room? And it just, there's lots of failures in this one as well. On top of that, a technical failure. It was more like a foul, and I didn't intend on doing that, but it's still on my behalf. I would have thought at least a quick save. Okay, anyways, I gotta not think about it too much, because then it'll bother me more. I'm just gonna try to not letting it affect me for the rest of this commentary. So yeah, in this episode, we're gonna talk about it more. In this episode, we do the Battle of Venom once again. But we still have to follow his chase. His tail is on the loose, and he's gonna keep on saying, hurry! We can't go as fast as 20 kilometers per hour. Oh, this is when I got something stuck in my eye and I had to pause. I was like, gamer moment. You know, with post commentary, I totally could just like intermittent, like cut in a new commentary. And I probably should do that because there are some points in this that I want to do some editing. So that's not a directly 1 hour recording because it is. So once I get to the point that it is like a first jump cut that I know of, I'm probably going to stop recording and do a different recording at a different point in time. So if you notice a different atmosphere at a later point in this video, it'll be because I have already had played Toontown Brazil by then. Once again, round 2, Venom, let's go!
Looks like I better time this right.
The fight, and the word fun. Absolutely, I've been enjoying playing this game.
Move it, Spidey,
and
move
I
it.
remember talking about that I don't have plans on playing the second one, Water Bungalow, Enter the second game, until a very long time from now. It is something that I would like to play. It has been a sort of blast playing this one. But to do another like PS1 LP just immediately afterwards is not the plan. I think I'm gonna hop along to doing something else after that, but also kind of focusing on the TTLP and other things. When this video releases, because this is recorded a little bit behind schedule, does that make sense? This was recorded a little bit ago, and I'm recording this gameplay and commentary for anticipation of the future to be a little bit busy. I played this to have a little bit of fun while I can, and I think later I will still find time for me to play games and get time to have my funness. I gotta stop saying that word so often, or else I'll fall to the spike trap of every single time I say that. I don't know what to say after that.
Looks like I better time this right. Move it, Spidey, move it!
Hey, so, yeah, I guess we keep going.
Gotta keep moving.
I just edited out like 10 minutes of gameplay. As much as this seemed like that was a simple passage that we got through, man, wait till you get to this section of level. I don't think... Oh yeah, I totally did fail in that underpass back there one time. Just by a flinch, an inch of Spidey touching the cascade of water. But then this room gives you even more trouble. Check this out. So you think, just use your web. Nah, I don't think there's a ceiling up in here. The next problem is that when you're climbing on walls in this area, it's like, what the heck? I keep forgetting that Spider-Man can climb on walls, and I think he forgets that too. I was having a bit of laughs when I was recording this, but then I started getting annoyed, like it was getting in the way of my commentary. It was a fun time. You know, one of the things about recording this way in the future is that I'm in the past. Nothing about what I'm saying is what Spider-Man's thinking. But I was controlling that. But in a way, only sort of. For what I was controlling was not even made by me. It was only put there for me to play it. Maybe I once dreamt Spider-Man and then he was created from my vision. But that's just wishful thinking. You know, you can think of the metaphors of all the things in life as to me trying to climb this wall and what it means for me to be playing this at this age in my life. Such a, like, baby game, someone might say. Am I right? So over here we have something difficult about to come up. To the last portion of the level. This stage is where it gets really interesting.
Coming through!
Well, let's see. The ultimate battle between Venom and... Not over here, not over there. Where's that even from? Over here, over there. Rock. It might just be the first building on the street that we have to, like, fight this boss. You know, I'm looking at, like, a different language at this moment. Oh, here it is. These two enemies. Yeah, we can just move on from this, though. Nothing really too special to say about this. Just a guy named Paul. A pope, a line. And he honestly looks like me. In some other, like, universe. In this universe, what a thing for me to have realized on Loopy Lane back in the day. What a puzzle. Well, it was good to see you again, Shane. Hope you're doing well. Oh, you got stuffed in there, man. I'm just appreciating, like...
Where are you?
You know, that. And now we can just jump out of here and move on. Since we are in...
Mary Jane won't last much longer!
Melancholic? Am I saying that incorrect? Like, area, like... You know, you're playing with portals in a sense. Mice, rats, all that fun jazz. Yeah, I didn't remember, like, that he was blue after all these years. Or whatever the frick, like, that is supposed to represent him as an actual, like, one-to-one ratio person. It's like, what is all this waterfall supposed to mean? Like, there's no staircase here.
Guess again.
Oh, but I gotta love that. I gotta love that Fred Figglecorn, Fred Gigglehorn, once played this game before.
Hurry up, Spidey!
No turning. Let's fall into the berg. A place I've always been. A place I could always call my friend, my home.
Where are you?
It's a doozy. Because I love that frickin' the soundtrack of that
Mary
place.
Jane won't last much longer!
And this one too. This one's become like a favorite. Like, as much as I might have not liked this like level back in the day, back in the name old time of back whenever. You know, I've pressed a switch, and I thought, no, I actually really like this one. I could keep on getting game overs over and over, thinking this might have been the roughest playground for some of us. This might have been a hard time in our life. Nah, this was a blast.
Where are you?
Well, let's
Mary
go through this
Jane
door.
won't last much longer.
And 4 more.
I bet
guess
the right
5.
combination of switches will open all of the sewer
And Funny
pass
Farms.
gates.
Who wants to talk about it? Let's get a little nostalgia. Let's just say the word Funny Farms. This is a great episode of Spider-Man. If you have ever wanted him to play this track again, he's
Guess
gonna.
again.
Dude, I hope they play this song at Toonfest.
What are you, stupid?
Wait, which one?
Hurry up, Spidey. What is taking you so long?
Wouldn't it be funny if this area was just more laggy? That would have been hilarious if that was like, oh, Berg, just like that's just intentional. Just to make like this trolley game even just harder, they just like make it it's like 10 frames per second and you can't boost it for any reason. I guess that the representation of that is like you just kind of get stuck in the sewer water here. Something of that nature.
It's not
Hope you're
that
having a good night.
hard,
Hope you're enjoying your
Spider-Man.
screen. From far away, do they not like, is it a mirage?
Mary Jane won't
Oh,
last
yeah.
much longer.
Probably blue.
Guess
My
again.
buddy from afar. Oh jeez. Oh my gosh, Pluto! It's been so long since I've thought of Pluto as a planet. Bro, I forget about him. You know, Venom. What can we do? Can't he just be like this? Can't he just open up?
Guess again.
Be a better person. Just like Polly.
What are you, stupid?
I'm gonna get this puzzle one day, and I'm just gonna like say the correct combination of letters for some odd reason. I'm just gonna say something in a specific pattern and it's gonna make a sense for a lot of people.
Hurry up, Spidey!
And I feel like some people down the line, they can just kind of throw things at my wall. They can throw...
What is taking you so long?
I've been using the word throw gag a lot. They can
Ooh!
just kind of like
Look at the big brain on Spidey!
jab their way in there. Like
There.
they find a
That's the
little
last
screw that's a little loose. They twist at it. And I think the last few years that hasn't really bothered me when people kind of go for those little things that I know that bother me. Because it's like I'm already facing those enemies. So when someone doubles down on that, what it feels like nah, that, It just makes me more aware of like how people perceive me in those moments. I just don't know what you said in chat though. That's like I don't know what language that was. It's like I'm playing Toontown Brazil, but I have to open up the translate page just to see what you said. Italian. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you, and blessed is the fruit
Come back
of
here,
your
Venom!
womb. Thank you. I believe, I guess. I guess I'd say. The fruit of my womb. Makes me feel jolly thinking of those words.
Spidey, where are
Jolly.
you?
And when I think of jolly, I think of you, Tonzo. And Santa. R.I.P. Santa's funeral coming up next. On XD. That guy looks like he's XDing so hard.
Come to Papa. Get back here.
What's your favorite cog type? The frickin' the blue one, the green one, the purple one, or the brown one? I guess you'd say that's pink or red. I believe in one version they like changed it to purple. They just went ahead and like did that. Changed or added one. I can't recall. Major news. Such as company and electrician dash Mo.
Starting to sweat here, Parker?
You really said a lot. And I got that. That would be so weird. Like, there was just a bulletin. You know, when you get, like,
Not too far,
iPhone
little
message
spider.
that says, ding ding, there's a tornado or something
Shaken,
near.
Not stirred.
It's just one of those emergency alerts that says Santa's dead. What? But don't worry, Minnie's touring. And everyone's getting free tickets half off. That would be so crazy, Brazil. If I got a text from an unknown number that said exactly that.
Imprisoned me and has taken my lair.
I got a crank call in the future and it says that.
My lizard man against
Go off.
you.
I absolutely love that you're saying that.
No.
He's also
Now, I don't know where I'm going to go with that
Parker
directions of like by them saying that information, but
Where is she?
still kind of fun to think about that.
She's in the lair at the end of the maze.
This guy's head's pretty
There's
small.
only one way to get there. Go back along this tunnel and cross over 2 waterways.
Robo Chef.
At the 3rd waterway, go right.
Oh.
Follow it around the
Nigel.
corners, past the machinery, skip
Oh,
the
shoot.
first tunnel
I'm stuck.
intersection, then go right at the next one. You will find the woman there.
Nah, I just gotta finish
Thanks,
this
Lizard.
Let's Play, man. And I'd really like to go back and, like, play that, second Spider-Man game. I don't know if I ever played it. Maybe I, like, rented the first one and then I rented the second one for a little bit.
Go back along
You know,
this
it could be
tunnel
just
and
all the way
cross over
back in the
2
day.
waterways. At the
I rented the
3rd
second game
waterway,
instead of
go
the first.
right.
Maybe the second game starts like the
Follow
first.
it around the corners, past the machinery,
bro,
skip the first tunnel
Have you ever heard of
intersection,
Charlie and the
then
Chocolate Factory, the
go
video
right
game,
at the next
the
one.
movie?
You will find the woman
On a whim, I
there.
played that on my Dolphin. And I'll play it once again. I retract that statement. I don't have to have a plan for that one. You were wondering how Oompa Loompas looked. With their
Go
eyeballs.
back along this tunnel and cross over 2 waterways. At the 3rd waterway, go right.
Yeah, dude, if you want to
Follow
see
it
some
around the
gameplay of any
corners,
game,
past the
isn't that just
machinery,
like
skip
wild?
The first tunnel
You could just
intersection,
search any
then
game and then that
go right at
footage
the
of that
next
game
one.
is just sent
You will
to your
find the woman
digital
there.
computer screen. You can just see what any experience of something is. And I don't mean just like the trailer of it, like people long play and post the entirety of everything that game had to offer. That's a brazy reality that we just have that's just like, hey, I just made this. Alright, send it my way, man. Oh, alright, and that's what happens, you know, that's like, 90% of the world, that's just how it'll be. You don't actually experience
Warmer?
it through your own pocket. The difference here is you just mentioned food reviewer in chat, and like, yeah, I guess you can't really
Starting to
have
sweat
that same
here,
opinion
Parker.
for like eating a taco or chicken. You have your own opinions towards it. They could be like laughing while eating their popcorn, and you just don't feel that opinion at all. You could be scoffing at them. You know, something of those
You're on
natures,
fire,
or that type
baby.
of thing that I'm just saying, you know? Me too, though. Yeah, where's Sleepy Boy? Sleepy Boy?
Ooh, you're hot, baby.
I think I know one person who said they sleepwalks. And it was like, I was very curious to know, like, what's that like? Because in the same vein of, like, I experienced something weird in my life, I would kind of like to know that type of thing. In a way of, like, relating. But yeah, thank you for the message. Thank you for the quandary. It might be just something that you don't want to talk about. I don't even remember how big this like file size for this
My. Send the
for
spider
this
to the
gigabyte.
smaller spider.
I believe it shares some assets directly from like the old phase files. Like if you had English online back in the day, it goes in the kind of same folder that it was. Which I guess I still have those on this like computer. I still have the launcher / exe thingy.
Help! Is anybody there?
But I lost my screenshots
Mary Jane!
Hey,
from
you
all the way
made
forever
venom.
back in the day.
I'd let you see your wifey poop.
And that's not
She's
something
in
that
the
bothers
bath
me.
right now.
It does for the trilogy of things, like to be able to show like every time I press F9 in this game.
So,
See,
what
that
do you
wouldn't
say,
really matter because like
Spooky?
a lot of the time
Let's
it's just me like
finish this.
standing in the HQ and being like this, and then later point being like that. It'd be like a lot of clutters of like me
By the
beginning or
by,
ending a
Parker,
recording.
How long can Mary Jane hold her breath?
The switch! Turn off the switch!
Kind of forget that like this guy just kind of
Spider-Man,
stands around
oh, help
sometimes.
me! I'm drowning!
Someone must have such a nostalgia of just like seeing these characters in the game. This guy. Me too, then. Maybe. And just probably like sat with them
Brains.
for
Yummy.
hours. Maybe even some of the earliest live streams is just sitting in the playground and just watching them. Doing what they do.
Not so fast.
Saying hello to the viewers. If Tuners was eating soggy spaghetti, he'd get spaghetti sauce all over his white shirt,
How long
and his
can Mary
frickin'
Jane
wife would have to
hold her
wash it.
breath?
Every now and again, when I wear a whitish shirt, I always have like a little speckle on it. And I never connect it with like this guy that I created.
Spidey.
Like I've been wearing orange shorts for the past 2 years. Like with pineapples on it and such. Someone complimented me when I went on a walk. It was like, dude, nice shorts. Oh, thanks. It was like, I realized, oh, freaking orange
Not
shorts.
too far, little spider. Not so fast.
And it wasn't subconscious when I got them. They just looked like neat shorts. I mean, I guess it might have been subconscious. I just didn't know at the time until like this year. I think when I went to 7-Eleven one time this year,
Yummy.
I actually had a white shirt and orange shorts. And then I got a Slurpee and it spilled all over my frickin'... Aw, man. For really?
Oh boy.
Well, I'll take care of the rest of this boss later. I'll get back up and ride the trolley.
Get back here.
Oh, my microphone hasn't been, like, too loud. Like, I've been looking back at my, like, live streams.
Itsy bitsy spider. Not so fast.
Help! Is anybody there? Help me!
Mary Jane!
Please! The switch! Turn off the switch! Help! Is anybody there? Help me! The switch! Turn off the switch!
She's so true in saying turn off the switch. Nobody, like, turns off their computer or console anymore. They just go T. Venom's the type of guy to keep his, like, TV, computer, all of his lights in the basement on for years. I've always been the type to turn off my computer at the end of the night, and by the way, this is the 4th with a burp included.
Oh boy.
Commentary recording for this post-commentary session of Spider-Man. We just watched a little bit of Toontown. If you saw in the corner, maybe your TV cannot handle the full aspect ratio of seeing all of what was on camera, on visual, on camera. I guess it is kind of like, this is the camera screen. This is not the camera screen, what I'm explaining of my own voice.
Spidey, where are you?
I'm just hanging out in my room. But we saw a little bit of Toontown, Brazil. It was a bit of a recording, a cut from a sesh of a live stream of last month.
Not so fast.
When I had played it for about 4 hours. And I had went to go to
Mary
the
Jane looks a little
one place
thirsty.
that I had mentioned many years back in the original TTLP, and I just went to check that out and made it a part of that session, and made it a part of this episode. I thought you guys might like that, because as much as it was just like this little moment in the stream,
Not too far, little spider.
I thought it would also be kind of nice to have it on the main channel. And I had complete intentions of having myself recording post-commentary as I was doing the Brazil session, since I kind of
Not fast
opened
enough,
up
Spider-Man.
Audacity at an earlier point in the live stream, and I thought, well, at some point I'll find something that I can do to make it a little bit of commentary. But it would have been weird because, like, whatever I would have been saying, doing like a cog battle or whatnot, wouldn't have correlated quite well. But I found myself just kind of opening up the raw footage here of the Spider-Man and looking at both of them on occasion and relating some things, but more so, I really did talk a lot more about Toontown in this episode than I did than Spider-Man.
Not so fast.
But don't frown.
Not too far,
In the
little
following
spider.
episode, we will get back to more spider topics. We're getting close to the ending of this game, as once we finish through
How
this
long can Mary Jane hold
Venom
her breath?
fight,
The switch! Turn off
we'll
the
be
switch!
finally done with this 3-parter of chapter 4. But yeah, it's then just 2 more chapters, but that could also mean like those are also really long chapters. Since this one was a very long one, it could mean that the last 2 get even more extensive. Like, the first one seemed really, really short in comparison to at least this one. But since I'm doing this blind, I won't know until the following month when I'm getting to the episode of
Gross!
8. Dude, Venom really likes to, like, get up close and show him
Not
who's
so fast.
the boss. So I did have a little bit of difficulties playing this level, in particular this boss, but
The switch! Turn off the switch!
this wasn't my favorite section of the chapter.
It's
In all
the
fairness,
spider.
I didn't like how my original commentary came out, because by the time I was doing this boss, I had kind of started relating that it was like, you know, every other part of the chapter was great up until this episode. It seems like it was just
Spidey.
really long
Where are you?
just to be a long chapter.
Yuck!
And the fact that they made another game, like, you think they could have put some of that in the other one, or, you know, split it into
Not
7
too
chapters.
far, little spider.
But all in all, I think the story still comes through pretty well. It's just, we chased after Venom, and that took us its toll of a little while, as it probably would.
I'm gonna drown!
And I believe after this, Venom's not even going to be the final boss.
Oh boy.
But that could change. That could totally be like, he puts on the mask and says, hey,
Get
we're
back
friends
here.
for now, but...
Not enough webbing!
And then Spider-Man, the naive unawareness of him would he'd just be like,
Shaken,
yeah, sure, we're
not
good.
stirred.
We're great. And then while his back is turned, his spider neck gets twisted. Frickin' Venom.
Oh, Spider-Man. Oh, help
Anyway.
me. I'm drowning.
Yeah, this has been
I'm gonna drown!
a great time getting this video out. It took me about, I'd say, 6 weeks.
Why, Venom? Why did you come back?
Oh, you should know, Spider-Man.
But 6 weeks and then some. This video will be online for more
Price
than
to pulled at the Science
just
Expo.
7.
You're the bad guy this time.
You idiot! Think, Eddie. Think back to that day.
I remember when I was watching
was
this
with
originally,
you
it was
in
just
the
like,
crowd.
this is so
Imposter
wild.
Spider-Man was on
I'm
stage.
now playing
He burned
1-to-1
both of
ratio
us,
with
and now we've been played against each other.
Spider and Venom because they're like talking
right.
directly at the camera face.
Mary Jane,
Oh no, not
Gotcha.
my wife.
You and your wife are innocent, Parker. I'll bet.
It's just, it's
Our
kind of
bag?
funny. It's like
our bag?
very silly. Like,
gonna
watch out,
kill
guys! You're
you,
about to.
Parker!
Ooh, you almost got
get me out of here
headbutted by a
now!
spider.
Bummer. You're in the doghouse now, dude.
Coming!
I didn't do it.
Honey. So, we're partners. But only for now. After we bust those tech thieves, it's payback time for kidnapping my wife.
Jeez.
Damn, they really went
One
to, like,
little mistake. We said we're
A
sorry.
ceiling, a roof.
Whatever. Now,
They were
the
way
imposter was a
underground.
shapeshifter. So that means it was either Mysterio or the Chameleon.
Chameleon was our idea.
This is like
We
2
thought of
hours
that.
later
Tell me this,
because they're on
Einstein.
top of a
Who could've
roof.
wanted to steal
Look how,
Octavius'
like,
technology?
Ooh,
the
we know,
comparison.
we know.
Who?
The Submariner,
Submariner? Get serious, will you?
the mighty Thor.
Are you out of your mind?
some of
Don't
this is
answer.
going over my head, and I
Galactus.
knew that was
Forget
going
it,
to
Eddie.
happen.
I need Jameson's
It did
help on
originally,
this.
too.
We're going to the Bugle.
Jameson. We hate Jameson.
You bonehead. We're not going to see Jameson. We're going to
We're
use
gonna-
his computer database.
We're gonna.
Are we gonna surf the web?
Let's just go, okay?
We might surf the web, but I will see you guys in the next one. I don't really have much more to say. Just saying, thank you for watching. As much as this was a bit more of a wackier episode potentially, yeah, don't know what much else to say on this one. Just see ya in the following one. If you care to join into the journey even further. You take care. All the rest. Best wishes. Love, Chaz.